So I'm about to start painting on Kage and Aiko, and I just wanted to tell y'all, one of these three brushes is the one I always go to finish a painting, and I do it like unconsciously. I get wrapped up in painting world, and I think it's this one, but I'll know closer to the end of this painting. So it may be this one. And I'm looking at the hairs at the tip of the brush. This one's got some oil on it. Anyways, I always thought that was cool. So I've researched and thought about the kind of background I want. Got my palette laid out. I had to practice how to change up how to do that. We'll see how long it stays like this. Okay, and here we go. So I have the primary colors and two neutrals, black and white. This is what I always paint with. So I'm looking for kind of a turquoise. It's kind of a big splat to start with. This is going to be the first coat, and then when I get white, I just kind of pull to the side and see what happens when I add that tint. Still looks really green to me, so I'm going to pull up a lot of blue. There it is. That's a nice turquoise. I use the masking fluid to cover up my subject matter because I'm learning how to become a better painter, and I painted over the first painting. I painted over the subject matter and I was pretty mad at myself. I think it was actually Samuel's right there. I painted over that, and after I drew it, it was his mask. I was so mad. I was like, why did I do that? What can I do to not do that again? This still looks really green. I'm using Liquitex acrylic paints. This is high quality paint. And I'm using acrylic because it dries fast. We didn't train with acrylic in college at CVCC or Auburn years ago. I don't know what they do now in schools, but picking up some more white. It'd be cool to see a reel of this painting. So I had to watch a video about masking fluid. You use dish soap and blend or mix up the masking fluid and paint it directly over. In the last painting I did, Emiliano and Anita, I used it for the first time, and it worked out beautifully. Like, it, everywhere that it's covered, when you peel it, it's like peeling a layer of skin off, or glue or something. It has that same consistency. So it's okay if I paint over that edge a little bit, because I know it's going to come out clean when I take the mask off of it. I try to paint around the edges. Todd builds frames for these paintings, so it's a floating frame and the edges show, so I'm trying to get the top edge too. right now I can talk because I'm not too worried about what's going on with this background, but when I get more focused, I won't be talking as much. I still have a lot to learn, so I used the grid technique the first time on this painting. I tried it with an earlier painting. See how I'm just painting over that blanket? That's not cool. And it helped me get this sketch done super quick. I was so happy. The guy in that video was like, it's a domino effect if you mess up in a sketch. I'm like, I know the domino effect too well. I don't know, people say there's no right or wrong in art, but sometimes there is, actually. And you can tell if somebody's intentionally done something or if they really messed up. There's no masking fluid on the blanket, so I'm trying to be careful. Before I share anything about what I'm working on, I ask the client first if I have permission to share. And sometimes it's no. Like with Emiliano and Anita, I had to be careful. I mean, I shared a lot, but I couldn't say who that was for. So that's the top. I need to get this done. I don't know, y'all. Is it better to try to live stream this or record it and clip? And I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out, right? That's the blanket right here. So that's a really pretty color. I like this color with blue healers. My first healer, I did a portrait of blue, and I used this a little bit in that painting, and it really just works well with healers. So I'm gonna take a sip of coffee and think about what I'm doing here. So it's pretty flat. I need to start getting this background less flat. So I thought about different approaches to take with it. Like, do I want it as just an abstract background? Do I want it as grass? Do I want texture? So I think I'm just gonna play with like a portrait kind of background with it, which is hard to do in this because they're laying down. They're both laying down. So that's why I was thinking grass. I don't want paint blobbies because I don't want to be messy. I try to be as clean as I can. Thick paint is okay, but only if it's intentional. So I don't know. I need to definitely. And sometimes when I get stuck like this, I just move around and work somewhere else in the painting and come back to it. Oh, I made that green. Okay, well, let's just see what happens when I give it some green. I used to think acrylic paint wasn't very forgiving, but now I totally am the opposite, because it actually is. It dries so fast, you can paint right over any changes you want to make in just like 5 minutes. So I can paint with both hands. It's just a God thing. My mind starts just wanting to paint. It doesn't matter which hand. I have rheumatoid arthritis, so this hand and carpal tunnel. So this hand just gives out, the other one takes over for a little while. I think we need to go a little dark. They have shadow cast from this direction. So all of this is actually kind of light, but I'm going to give it darkness anyway, because I need a little bit of depth. I'll just let right hand do whatever right hand, whatever it thinks it needs to do. When I start spreading the same coat around, I'm like, okay, you need to stop and go somewhere else, because I don't want it to look flat. I like it whenever it's half dry. It's got, you know, kind of a dry brush effect. That's cool, and the colors can blend. My hand's tired, so it's time to swap back. Oh, I was trying to go dark, right? Oops. Let's see what color this is. Kind of went back to that. It's starting to do a nice thing. Still want it to be darker though. So there's a lot of light. I'm just looking here. There's a lot more light on this side, so it actually doesn't need to be. If I just follow the light and dark in the original picture, which is what I need to do, so my light source is correct. I'm just going to take some white and just blob it on here, because it needs to be a lot lighter on this side. Yeah, and then it can transition somewhere in the middle. So I get this idea, and then I'm like, well, let's see if it works, really. And then if I like how it's working, then I'll keep moving it. And I do like how that's starting to give me a light source. So I think that's cool. The dark over here and the light over here is working nicely. I'm still getting this muddy. It's not muddy. It's a beautiful color. It's just too... It's the same tone. See, it's the same tone. Like, arr. Okay. Okay, let's see. This is just a little bit lighter. I use so much white. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to move somewhere else in the painting right now because it's still... I mean, it's kind of cool what it's doing, but... I try to use the paint that I have out on the palette before it dries. Paint is expensive. So, don't want to waste any of it if I can help it. Still got this green going here. And it's good to stay in like a color mood. Like my mind is focused on this turquoise and just see what all it can do. Okay. Oh, I don't know what I just did there. And we don't want to take paint off the canvas. We want to put paint on. So I'm not sure what happened right there. Could be I'm using a brush. Sometimes I use just a pinch of water to blend this acrylic. If it seems like it's stubborn, it just won't. Just needs a little bit of moisture to get that paint smoothed out. That's nice. Their mom asked for bright colors, so I'm trying to give them as many colors as I can. But like I said, I love this color of blue healers. It's just really cool. Well, that came out later. Goodness. See if I can handle getting some more paint up here. Not quite. Let's see, I need this over here. If it's too wet, I always keep my towel here. I have to tell myself it's just the first layer. It's got a long way to go. I only stop when I'm happy with it. We got a long way to go. This canvas and easel is talking to me a lot. I'm not sure I like that. How it's... to switch easels, because this one's got so much paint down here, but I might have to just switch back. This one is the one I usually paint on. Oh, I just got paint on myself. Moving stuff is always kind of scary. Stuff everywhere. I keep this weight on it because it moves. Now it ain't going anywhere. What did I do right here? Better. Now it shouldn't be talking to me so much. Todd's coming in. I heard him. He's working on frames out in the garage slash man cave slash woodshed, whatever you want to call it. I think that needs to dry. It's starting to. Okay. Ugh. Oh, that's so much better. It's not talking to me anymore. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna look at this reel and see what it looks like and post it to my BG Fine Arts or maybe TikTok. I don't know what to do with it yet. I'm gonna learn about all this stuff. That's nice. It's okay. It needs to be lighter anyway.